I've been drying my garlic for about a month. I had harvested these in the middle of May. So today I'm getting ready to clean these up nicely and sort them out. Now that I'm nice and comfy, I can proceed. One is going to be anything that's immediately need to be used. That is going to the fridge. And then I'm gonna have a small pile of nice ones that I want to keep for planting this fall. So those are gonna be my seed garlic. And then the rest is gonna be for long-term storage for eating. So I'm gonna just remove anything that wants to come up. I'm not gonna strip off all the dry coverings, just anything that wants to fall off naturally. And I'm gonna cut off the root. Now for storage, I want to keep some of the stem because that's going to help me to tie them up nicely. Just remove anything that would come off with a little bit of rubbing. Cut off the dry roots. And this one is looking good, so I know I'm gonna be able to store this long term. I probably will want to take off another layer of this, only because I see a little bit of discoloration and I don't like it. I like them to be nice, white and healthy. You don't have to do it this way. You can certainly leave that on. It's just a matter of preference. And then I'm gonna make a cut so I have a stem that's about my fist length. Making sure that nothing is feeling wet or no green showing. So this is perfect for hanging. Let me show you one that I'm gonna have to use up pretty soon when it splits like that. So again, I'm just gonna clean it up by cutting the whole stem, cutting the roots, and make this as clean as possible. It looks like I did cut into this when I was digging it. You're missing some parts here. So make it as nice as possible for storing this in the refrigerator. And that goes into that tray. So you can see the difference between these two. Skinny, fat, small, big. This is pretty good of a outcome after cleaning it. I do have a bunch that I'm not gonna be hanging up because they will be used. Some of these are not really bad, it's just like here's the one that's totally naked, and most of these are just opened up too much. I may actually peel these and put them into olive oil. Out of these, I need 10 really good ones, big ones, that I'm gonna be using for a seed garlic, meaning I'm going to be planting them in November, October, November for next year. So I need 10 or 12 maybe. So that's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, or maybe one more. This looks pretty good. All right, so let me show you how I string these up. Some people will leave the long stems on and braid them and get fancy, but I'm just gonna hang them up so I can use them readily as I need it, and also so they can have good air circulation around them and they don't rot. I have finished stringing some of my garlics, and it might not be pretty, but it's certainly functional because I can just come and take any of these as I need them. But I'll show you how I did this. I'm not an expert, but it works for me. Take a string and I fold it into fourths. So I have 4 ply string, and I'm gonna tie a knot on the bottom, and also I'm gonna tie a loop on the top that's gonna be hanging, as you saw the other one. This will hang up on my pantry shelf. So it's helpful to hang this somewhere temporarily, so you have some good tension on it. So I'm gonna start by separating the 4 ply into 2 sections. I take my first garlic, push it through from the front, and then I go around the bottom and bring it back in a different section of my layers. Now the first one is always harder to do, so I'm gonna actually go over around again and bring it in again through a different section that I haven't used yet. So that's your first one. So the next one I'm gonna put in through a section that has not been used last. So I'm gonna actually open it up here from the front, stick it in, and then bring it around, all the way around, and then up on the top, find a section that has not been used last, and bring this through it and down. And you just keep going that way. So next, I need to open it up here, push it through, swing it around the other direction, and then again bring it up, find a section that has not been used yet, and push it through forward. Section it off, push it through. Let's see, where do I want to put it? Between these two. No, between this. Push it through. Come around, all the way around on the bottom. Come up on the top. And again, go through the section that has not been used last. Which is this here, and then bring it down. These just get stuck in there. So again, I'm gonna take a section that's not used last, which is gonna be right here, push it through from the front, swing it around under, bring it on the top, and again find a different section that you're gonna push this through and then pull down on it. It's all locked in. And you just keep going until the string is full. I call this diversifying my garlic. So this is the pile that I'm gonna use up first, only because I didn't think they're gonna last too long. So this will go into the fridge eventually, but right now I'm just still drying it, so I will leave it on the counter for another couple of weeks and start using it anyway. And then I took the really damaged ones apart and peeled the cloves and put them into olive oil. It's covered with oil. And I'll put this in the fridge, and this actually will last probably up to a year in the fridge. So first usage, second usage, and then whatever is in the basement. Let's take a look at those. Here in the basement I have those that I strung up for long-term storage. These will last until my next harvest, really. They're looking really good. And then my seed garlic that I'm gonna use to plant this fall is right here. So these nice big ones gonna be planted back in a different bed. See you next time.